The Regional Agriculture Investment Forum and Expo, launched at the Arthur Chung Conference Centre on Friday, is in keeping with the CARICOM decision to reduce the region's food import bill by 25% by 2025, with the aim of promoting and improving the productivity and resilience of the region's agriculture food systems. It flows from a proposal made by Guyana's head of state, Dr. Irfan Ali, at the recent 33rd intersessional meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government of CARICOM in Belize. The regional heads are said to be in full support of the Guyana-led strategy. In a recorded message, Prime Minister Dr Ralph Gonsalves said St. Vincent and the Grenadines will be represented at the event and hopes that all of CARICOM will attend.
We have to build agriculture and feed ourselves in this region. And Irfan Ali has a plan, and we need to interrogate that plan, and we also require investment not only from the state but very much from the private sector across the region and globally.
His statement was backed up by Prime Minister of Barbados, Mottley, who spoke virtually to the gathering at the ACCC. The Barbadian Prime Minister recalled the Jagdeo initiative put forward over a decade ago by former President Dr. Bar Jagdeo, which included a strategy for removing constraint to the development of agriculture in the Caribbean.
I want to urge all of us that we didn't know then what we know now, that we would have faced a pandemic, that we would have faced a global disruption in supply chains, that we would have faced, regrettably now, a threat to food security and food prices, with food prices rising its highest in a decade in the last month. We have a solemn obligation to our people to feed our people, as Prime Minister Gonsalves said. This is now our mission.
Mottley hopes that the event in Guyana in May will be well attended and the region can push forward with achieving the Vision 25 by 2025. Barbados is set to welcome a large Guyanese delegation in Georgetown also in May for AgroFest, which Barbados will use to send a signal that they are with the vision fully. Also, in a pre-recorded message, Prime Minister John Antonio Briceño of Belize welcomed the renewed focus on the regional agricultural agenda. He said if there had been no urgency in action before across the Caribbean, the wide-ranging socio-economic effects of the COVID-19 pandemic has reinforced the need for action.
Renewed focus on the regional agricultural agenda came in the midst of the pandemic. And if there was no urgency in our actions before, the wide-ranging socio-economic effects have only reinforced the need for action.
Meanwhile, Secretary General of CARICOM, Dr. Carla Burnett, believes the excitement of regional leaders for Guyana's led initiative has been understated, emphasizing that there was real support for Dr. Ali's proposal. Dr. Ali himself spoke at the launch and thanked all those who have offered critical support to the Agri-Investment Forum and Expo. He said 25 by 2025 was no longer a dream or an objective, but now a reality that must be accomplished. He reminded that agriculture was a founding economic base for several CARICOM states and the region must return to it. Dr. Ali said the region's political leaders have tied themselves to a time frame which is an indication of how serious they are. He said with the commitment of regional leaders set in this direction, the private sector and business must change their model of importation to support this.